I'm not trying to talk bad about my people, but that's just a fact.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is we're here to debunk some of those myths. As we said, it's African American History Month. And so what do you think the current unemployment rate for African Americans is?
I think it's a bit higher. I'm sorry to say, but I think it is higher, maybe.
What do you believe is the ratio between men to women in America?
It's probably.
Does it feel that way sometimes?
Yeah,
it does that, especially in LA, right?
Ladies, I am so sorry to interrupt.
What?
If your man loved you, he would marry you.
I'm not buying that. That's bullcrap.
Welcome to Is That a Fact? African American History Today. I'm your host, Dr. Chartria Collier. Today we are out and about in the Los Angeles area trying to demonstrate a point. That is, much of what we know or believe we know about African American history is actually fiction, not fact. Let's find out. Excuse me, guys. Hi. I'm sorry to bother you. Could I stop you for just a moment? I have a few questions. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? Good, good. Okay, so we are out and about in Los Angeles area today trying to find out some common beliefs about African American history. Can I ask you the first question?
Whoa. Can I ask you a question first?
Okay.
Are you married?
I will tell you that a little bit later. Okay, so here are my questions. The first one, what percentage of Americans do you believe are poor?
I'd have to say about 85%.
85? That's a big number. 85. Okay, how about you? What percentage of Americans are poor?
Well, you know, they always talk about the top 1%, so I'm gonna have to say about 90.
90s? Woo, okay. And how about you?
I would say 70.
70. Okay, actually only 15% of Americans would be considered poor. Okay, now let me ask you the next question. What percentage of African Americans do you believe are poor?
I'd have to say about 50%, about half.
50%. How about you? What percentage of African Americans are poor?
30?
30? Okay, okay. And last but not least, how about you?
Considering welfare, I would say 70.
70%. That's a high number as well. Things aren't looking too good in your world. I'm messing with you. Actually, it's 27.5% of African Americans are poor. So you were very close. So many people believe it's a higher number. Why do you think we believe it's a higher number? You already said our money management. Anything else? Why do most people believe it's high?
Given the way we manage our money and just, we don't manage our money like other races do. I'm not trying to talk bad about my people, but that's just a fact.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is we're here to debunk some of those myths. We're here to show that the cup is actually half full, not half empty.
And what are these answers based off of? How do we know that this is true?
What are the facts? That's an excellent question. These statistics are from the Census Bureau. Anyone can access these statistics. So it's important for us to go out, educate ourselves, and find out what's really going on in our community. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Well, hold on. You never did answer that question.
We'll have to answer that one later. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Okay, good. Now let's see who we can find next. As we said, it's African American History Month. And so what do you think the current unemployment rate for African Americans is?
I think it's a bit higher. I'm sorry to say, but I think it is higher, maybe.
What do you believe is the ratio between men to women in America?
It's probably.
Does it feel that way sometimes?
Yeah,
it does that, especially in LA, right?
Ladies, I am so sorry to interrupt.
What?
If your man loved you, he would marry you.
I'm not buying that. That's bullcrap.
Welcome back to Is That a Fact? African American History Today. So just to remind you, we have been out on the streets of Los Angeles trying to find out some common facts or fictions about African American history. I'm wondering who I'm going to track down next. Let's see. Oh, perfect timing. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry to bother you. Do you mind if I stop you all just for a minute? All right, so I have two questions for you. The first one, what do you believe is the current unemployment rate in America?
Well, it seems like I've heard numbers around 9%, 9.2%, something like that. So that's what I'll say the unemployment rate is, 9.5%, something like that.
9%? 9.2%?
Maybe a little higher.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad, or does it?
Well, I don't know. Everybody's complaining about it, so
It's pretty bad.
it would be better for it to be lower.
Okay.
It's pretty high, it really is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about you? The current unemployment rate?
Well, I think it's a little higher than that. I think it's about 12%.
12%. What do you think is contributing to that? I mean, everyone says, "Oh, the recession." Well, what do you?
Well, I listen to the news reports, and they talk about the economy, and it seems to me that I've been hearing that number around 11 to 12, and it just seems like it's tough right now. A lot of kids are graduating from college, but they can't get a job, so that has to contribute to the unemployment rate too. So I don't know. I just have this feeling that it's getting up there, unfortunately.
It does. But actually, the current unemployment rate, according to the Bureau of Census, is actually 7.8%. Is that surprising?
It is to me. It's lower than I thought it would be.
Than I expected.
Okay, and that's one of the things that we're doing today. We're going out and about to find out whether it's fact or fiction. What are some of the assumptions that we as American people have? Now let's take it a little bit further. As we said, it's African American History Month. And so what do you think the current unemployment rate for African Americans is?
Well, as I've heard it and read, traditionally African American unemployment rates have been higher than the population, excuse me, than the than the population as a whole. So if ours right now is about 7.8 for the entire country, I would say around 12%. That's kind of what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. 12% for African Americans, yes. Okay. So I guess 12. Let's just say
12%. 12%. Okay, and how about you?
I think it's a bit higher. I'm sorry to say, but I think it is higher, maybe 13, 14%. And some of that is, socioeconomic factors. Maybe in there you can't maybe afford to go to college. I'm not really sure, but I think it is higher.
Pardon me. Thank you for allowing me to reach over here. Okay, higher for African Americans because you said education and college. So college.
College has skyrocketed lately. I mean, it's quadrupled. So it's hard for anybody to get a college education anymore, and it used to be very reasonable. So I think that has to contribute to the unemployment factors, because you just can't get some of the jobs that require a college degree now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And actually the current rate for African Americans is 14%.
That is very high.
Okay.
Piggybacking on what she said, I was thinking, a long time ago, not that long ago, a person could get out of high school, or maybe even not quite graduate high school, and get a job at a plant and make good money and, have insurance and all these types of things. Those jobs have gone overseas now, and if you don't get college education or, maybe a 2-year training school or something, it's going to be very difficult to get a good job, or maybe to get a job at all. And again, money to get that education, it's difficult to come by. So anyway, that could be a real contributing factor to unemployment.
Actually, we're going to talk about education in our next segment. So I want to thank you all, and hopefully you'll see it when it airs, and you'll get to see where we go with all of this. But thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully you'll get to see the segment soon.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, they bring up an excellent point, and it is, how does education impact African American unemployment? We're going to get to that next. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you in a moment. What What do you believe is the ratio between men to women in America?
It's probably.
Does it feel that way sometimes?
Yeah,
it does that, especially in LA, right?
Ladies, I am so sorry to interrupt.
What?
If your man loved you, he would marry you.
I'm not buying that. That's bullcrap.
Hi, ladies. I'm so sorry to just totally come up on you like this. I really don't mean to do that. But we are out and about in Los Angeles today, and we are asking women, particularly African American women, a few questions. Do you mind if I shoot a few questions at you? First of all, let me compliment you on your pink and your red and your maroon, looking lovely, lovely. Oh, well, thank you, thank you. Okay, ladies, so here are the questions. What do you believe is the ratio between men to women in America?
Well, I would say, I guess it's probably 1 man to every 4 women.
4 times? Does it feel that way sometimes?
Yeah,
it does that, especially in LA, right? How about anyone else?
I have to say 5 to 1. Yes, I would.
I have to say 20 to 1 today.
20 to 1? Oh my goodness. Well, actually, in general in America, the ratio to men to women is actually 10 to 9. So for every 10 women, there are 9 men. And if we were getting into percentages, we would say 50.2% to 49.8%. So it's not as bad, huh? What do you think?
It's not as bad as I thought.
Now, let me ask you the next question. What do you think is the ratio between men to women for African Americans?
Now that I would probably say 5 to 1.
5? That's depressing.
And it is, but I would have to agree. I think I still have to stay with 5 to 1.
5 to 1. Why?
Well, most African American men, unfortunately, a large number of them are incarcerated. So it's that they're not available to us. They're not out here. We don't necessarily see them. So.
Really? How about you?
And we have so many of them that prefer to be the woman, so I probably would go a little low and say 4.
To prefer to be the woman meaning what? I'm gonna have to put you on the spot. Tell me.
To play the woman role. They are in the woman role.
Who are homosexual, who don't prefer gay. Okay. Well, all right, actually, if we look at the numbers, it is actually 47% of African American males versus 52% to females. So if we go back and if we break it down to ratio, we're still looking at 10 to basically 10 women to every 9 men. So it's not as bleak as many people think. Why do you think we're giving ourselves kind of a bum rap in terms of what's out there for us?
I don't know. I think for me, for women who are at least college educated and have a job and, you know, we actually want black men, it's not as many on our level, I think, as far as what we think that we should have, I guess. I don't know. You don't want to necessarily be too picky, but you don't want to lower your standards either. And I think just trying to find a man that's on your level and have your same belief system, it's pretty tough to find.
That's a good point. Now, I just want to say, to keep you all inspired, ladies, that if you listen to that statistic alone, it shows you that the numbers are actually wrong, that there are men out there for us. Now, there are variables that do come into play that impact it, but they're still there. So my message to you today is stay strong, keep hope alive. They're out there. Stay beautiful, stay fabulous, and all that good stuff. So thank you, ladies, again for your time. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye-bye.
Ladies, I am so sorry to interrupt.
What?
If your man loved you, he would marry you.
I'm not buying that. That's bullcrap. You about something?
Yes, what about?
I think my man is cheating on me. He's been coming home late at night phone calls, makeup on his clothes. I've been cooking and cleaning, tricks in the bed, I do everything for him. He's still cheating on me. We've been together for 5 years, and in these last 6 months, I can't take it anymore.
My mother used to tell me, if a man...
I don't want to hear that.
You are going to listen to me. My mother used to tell me, if a man really loves you...
I'm not trying to hear
just
that right
listen
now.
to me. If a man really loves you, he will commit to you. He will be your husband.
Ladies, I am so sorry to interrupt.
What?
I know. Bear with me for just a moment. She said something that was very key, and I have to say that I agree with her. And she said that if your man loved you, he would marry you.
I'm not buying that. That's bullcrap.
Let me ask you, is your mother married?
Yes.
Is your sister married?
Yes.
Are most of your friends married?
Yes.
Do you not think that you're worthy of marriage?
Of course.
Yes, you do. Okay. Now I want to share something. What percentage of Americans do you believe are married?
I'd say 45%.
After my cheating dog, very low. 20%.
It's actually 73% of Americans are married. And I know you're saying, well, why is she coming? I don't care about these numbers, but I'm saying them to demonstrate a point to you. Now, let's take it a little bit further. Is your man African American?
Yes.
And is that your preference? Or
I don't discriminate.
Okay. What percentage of African Americans do you believe are married?
That's even lower.
What about you?
25%.
It's actually 44% of African Americans are married. And I say that to you to say that there are a lot of men out there who would see the goddess, the queen that you are, and snatch you up in a minute. Now, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
29.
Now, do you see yourself 5 more years waiting for this man to decide for him to be ready?
I don't want to do this anymore. I can't.
So again, think about those numbers and understand that the world is open to you, okay?
Okay.
Much respect, much love, and again, I apologize for interrupting, but I wanted to share that with you.
Thank you.